for another Immigrants Bridge show tonight. My name is attorney Bridget Bennett, and this is episode number 14. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Tonight, we are going to just talk about immigration news, immigration updates. So let me make sure that you can actually hear me. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Like I was saying, today is episode 14, and we're going to be talking about recent immigration news and things that you should be paying attention to. So if you're just tuning in, please do drop your name in the comment box below and say hello so that I can see who you are and I can say hello. Abby Pages says we can hear you. Okay, great. I just noticed that on my computer, I had my computer on mute. So nice to see you, Abby. Hey, Miss Carol. Nice to see you. Tonight, we are going to be talking about immigration news and updates and things I think people should be paying attention to that's in the news. So if you give me a quick second, I am going to go ahead and log in on my phone so that I can see everyone better than in my little broadcast studio. So very excited to see so many people on tonight. Miss Carol is here. Miss Diane, great to see you. Benny, hey, Benito, how are you? Hola, Yesenia. Hola, Miss Dawn. Welcome back, Arthur. It's nice to see you all the way from Boston. Is it cold? Miss Veronica is on. Nice to see you. I missed you today, Miss V, at the office. I think we crossed paths. You were there yesterday. I popped in today. Hola, Liliana. ¿Cómo está? Nice to see you. Yeah, so pretty interesting news, things that are going on. We'll talk about that. If you already have a question, please go ahead and drop it in the box. I will be taking questions. I see that Richard is on. Hey, Richard, nice to see you. Hola, Maria. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Hola, mi gente que habla español. Bienvenidos a la programa El Puente de los Inmigrantes. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre las noticias que yo quiero que usted pague atención porque hay varias cosas que pienso que es importante que ustedes saben lo que está pasando en las noticias. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you are new to the show, please go ahead and like our Facebook page and make sure that you're sharing this video. So otra vez, si usted está nueva, por favor, like nuestra página de Facebook y también compartir ese video a sus compadres. Gracias por su ayuda con eso. Okay, so one big thing that I want to talk about is DACA. Una cosa que yo quiero hablar es sobre DACA por los soñadores, the dreamers. So this is something that President Obama created back in 2012. What a wonderful program that helped many people, that have many young people that are here in the United States. DACA has been very, very effective in giving recipients work permits for 2 years, after which they can renew. So we've had several clients that have renewed at least 4 times in the last 8 years, and it's just been a wonderful blessing. As you know, when President Trump came into office, he wanted to stop DACA. And of course, this has been being fought out in the courts. And right now it's at the Supreme Court, and we're waiting for a decision in June or maybe a little bit earlier. So probably in the next month or so, we're going to see if the Supreme Court is going to side with the president and cancel DACA for the DACA recipients. Hey, Miss Daphne, nice to see you. If you don't go to the office tomorrow, I'm going to eat your mango. Okay, so en español, la primera cosa que yo quiero hablar es sobre DACA. Como usted sabe, ese es un programa que comienza bajo de presidente Obama en 2012 y fue muy, muy bien para los jóvenes que entre los Estados Unidos cuando estaban niños. Um, y ustedes saben que ese programa dará a ellos permisos de trabajo que es válido por 2 años. Y después de los 2 años, es posible para renovar también. So, en mi oficina estamos haciendo esas cosas, esos casos desde 2012. So, yo tengo clientes que renovamos los permisos como 4 veces. So, ese es un programa muy bien. Pero como ustedes saben también, el presidente Trump está tratando de parar ese programa. So, ellos están peleando en las cortes. Ahora está en la Corte Suprema en Washington, D.C. Vamos a recibir una decisión probablemente en los próximos 30 días, so, quizás en junio o quizás poquito más pronto. So, estamos esperando esa decisión. So right now, like I said, we're waiting for this decision. So let's think about what effect this is going to have on the dreamers. The dreamers, so ahora yo voy a explicar qué efecto eso va a tener en los soñadores, los recipientes de DACA. Primeramente, first, to give you an idea of who has DACA. Number one, there are about 649,000 people that have DACA in the United States. Primer parte, hay 745,000 personas que tienen DACA ahora en los Estados Unidos. 9 out of 10 of these people that have DACA are from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. So very heavily Central America. So 9 out of 10 of these almost 700 people are from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Desde ese número, 9 de 10 de esas personas que tienen DACA son de México, Guatemala, El Salvador y Honduras. So, la mayoría de la gente que tiene DACA, que va a tener efectivos negativos, es de Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala y México. La mayoría de ellos vive en California, Texas, Nueva York, Illinois y aquí en Florida. The majority of DACA recipients live in Texas, New York, California, Illinois, and right here in Florida. So we would see a big impact if DACA is terminated. The average age of DACA recipients right now is about 26, so young people. La edad que tiene la mayoría de las personas que tiene DACA es 26, so definitivamente personas jóvenes. Y otra vez vamos a tener la decisión probablemente en junio de la Corte Suprema. So we're going to have a decision on DACA probably in June, maybe a little bit sooner. So think, if you're a praying person, I definitely say pray that this does not end negatively for almost 1 million people in this country. So si usted es una persona que de oración, estoy definitivamente preguntando si ustedes pueden orar para la gente que tiene DACA, porque eso es muy mal si ellos quitar DACA. Okay, I am seeing some other people joining in. Hey, Attorney Charles, an attorney out in North Carolina. Miss Patty's here. Hi, Miss Patty. Miss Christine, how are you? It's great to see you. Thank you for joining in. So that's about DACA. Now, maybe you want to hear what I think is going to happen. Unfortunately, I think there is a strong possibility that DACA will be terminated. Desgraciadamente, yo pienso que al fin del día, DACA va a ser cancelado. The reason I think it's going to be terminated is because President Obama used his executive power to create DACA. And it's the same power that President Trump is going to use to take it away. So I think there's a strong possibility that's going to happen. The other thing is that the Supreme Court right now, 5 out of the 9 judges are conservatives and 4 are liberal leaning. So since the conservatives have the majority, I do believe they're probably going to rule in favor of the president's position. Hey, Attorney Rachel, it's nice to see you. My cousin from New York, Colette, nice to see you. Miss Deborah from New York, Connecticut, nice to see you. Ashley, here locally, good to see you. And Miss Patricia, some of my regular visitors. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, mi opinión de lo que es posible con la decisión de DACA. So, desgraciadamente, yo pienso que en el final ellos van a cancelar DACA. La razón es que, recuerda, DACA fue un orden ejecutivo del presidente Obama. ¿Y por qué es algo del orden del presidente? El presidente ahora, Trump, tiene el derecho también para quitar. So, Obama dar, Trump quitar. Oh, wow, that's kind of like a little, I don't know, like a little something. Anyway, so eso es la razón porque es el mismo poder, el poder de la oficina del presidente. So, yo pienso que por esa razón es posible que ellos van a quitar DACA. También recuerda en la Corte Suprema, de los 5 jueces, de los 9 jueces, 5 son más conservadores. How do you say conservative, guys? I'm sorry, you know, this is like my vocabulary expansion time. Can someone tell me how to say conservative and liberal in Spanish so I can finish making my statement? Hey, Juan, nice to see you. Hey, Miss Candy, great to see you. B. Anibal, nice to see you. Olga Lazo, nice to see you, bonita. ¿Cómo está? So if anyone can tell me how to say, remember, y'all are helping Attorney B here. You're helping to improve my Spanish. So how do you say conservative and liberal in Spanish? Hey, Shaughnessy, nice to see you. Dios alma bonita, abogada en Nueva York. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm trying to get a little Spanish lesson here. So if anyone can help me out, conservative and liberal, then I can finish my thought on DACA. Conservativo. Okay, so yo pienso que porque en la corte ahora de 9 jueces, 5 de ellos son conservativos. Los otros 4 son liberales. Yes, so I got 2 new words in Spanish. Thank you guys. Por esa razón también yo pienso que los jueces conservativos va a juntar con Trump. So, por esas 2 razones, yo pienso que ellos van a cancelar DACA. Y definitivamente eso es algo que rompe mi corazón. So, I do think that at the end of the day, there is a big possibility that DACA will not get renewed and it will be canceled under the president's executive power. Yes, Miss Olga, I am doing well. Thank you. Gracias. Leo, mucho gusto. Nice to see you. So what can DACA recipients do? I really think that if you have DACA, number 1, go ahead and renew it ASAP. Number 2 is try to see if there are alternative means of getting your immigration status together. So Lo que yo quiero decir es, ¿ahora qué? Para las personas que tienen DACA, número uno, definitivamente renovar inmediatamente si su tarjeta de su permiso va a expirar en los próximos 6 meses. Definitivamente renovar inmediatamente. Recuerda, vamos a tener una respuesta en como un mes. Número dos, definitivamente busca otra manera para arreglar si es posible. So I have a lot of DACA clients that have eventually married United States citizens, and we are actually able to do those cases. And we've had great success with our DACAs who then got married to United States citizens. One thing that our office did when it was a thing was to encourage our DACA recipients to go ahead and apply for a travel permit. Right now, of course, they cannot do that, but to apply for a travel permit and come back with a parole, which is a legal entry, which would allow them to adjust status here in the United States instead of going and doing consular processing via 601A waiver if necessary. So we have a lot of people who, if they do get married to a United States citizen, they can adjust their status in the United States. Even if they don't, they would still be able to qualify for a 601A waiver if necessary. So lo que estoy diciendo es que para las personas que tienen DACA, que tiene posibilidad para arreglar por un esposo o esposa. So, esas personas es posible para arreglar. So, yo tengo muchos clientes que durante el tiempo que ellos pueden obtener un permiso de viajar, ellos tienen ese permiso y salir del país y después regresa. Y cuando ellos regresan, ellos tienen una estampilla que demostrar que ellos tienen una entrada legal. So, para esas personas, ellos pueden cambiar su estatus aquí en los Estados Unidos y obtener su residencia en esa manera. Para otras personas que no tienen una entrada legal, ellos pueden arreglar por el proceso del perdón, si es necesario, pero últimamente ellos tienen que tener una cita en sus propios países, en los consulados. So, there are things that DACA recipients can do. So the big one is, of course, they've gone to school with lots of Americans. Many of them don't even remember Mexico or Honduras or El Salvador, wherever they're from. And they have acculturated to the American lifestyle. So they may have developed a relationship with an American who then they can marry. There are always other alternatives as well. So if you've been the victim of a crime, a U visa is a possibility. Maybe there's some possibility with an employer under certain circumstances, but don't give up if DACA goes away. Don't give up. Always keep fighting and looking for different options. We have some new guests. Alicia, nice to see you. Thanks for joining in again. Attorney Rebecca out in South Florida. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Attorney Ryan from New York. Nice to see you. Lowell Moody, one of my Goldman Sachs classmates a couple years ago. Jessica is on. Miss Marina is on. Nice to see you. Maurice is on. Is Junie on, guys? Is she behaving herself? Mercedes. Boy, we go way back. Mercedes has the best memes in the world. She just fills my day with joy with all of her memes. It's nice to see you. Miss Anita is on. It's great to see you guys. But what I'm saying is, para personas que tienen DACA y tiene esa posibilidad para que DACA está cancelado, por favor, no te esperes. Hay otras opciones. So, tiene que buscar otras opciones. Como explica antes, matrimonio es uno. También, si una persona es víctima de un crimen aquí en los Estados Unidos, eso también es posibilidad. So, ahora es el tiempo para pensar en otras opciones que son posibles en caso de que no tiene su permiso. Pero ahora, si tiene permiso, es buena idea para renovar, especialmente si expira en los próximos 6 meses. ¿Por qué? Vamos a tener la decisión de la Corte Suprema en junio. Okay, so that's one big immigration update that I wanted to provide to you because we are getting very close to getting a decision from the Supreme Court regarding DACA. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go in favor of the DACA recipients. Hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey, Neil. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Another piece of news that I'd like to kind of give you guys an update on. Last week, we know that the executive order to stop immigration coming into the United States for the next 60 days, as I predicted, this is going to be a heavily litigated topic. And as of now, a court in Oregon sided with the administration. So the injunction that the plaintiffs were seeking was denied, but now it's going up to the next court. So right now, the Ninth Circuit is taking up this case, still fighting for an injunction, a temporary injunction, to stop this executive order. So lo que estoy diciendo que DACA es una de las cosas que yo quería que ustedes saben que lo que está pasando con DACA. Pero también recuerda la semana pasada cuando el presidente pasa el orden ejecutivo diciendo que él quiere parar inmigración en los Estados Unidos por 70 días. Como yo pensaba, ellos van a pelear ese orden en las cortes. So, ahora mismo en Oregon, la corte dice que sí, el presidente tiene razón. So ellos negar el orden de restricción temporal. So ahora ese caso va adelante con corte más grande en el 9 Circuit, the 9th Circuit. So todavía el caso está en las cortes. So estamos esperando lo que va a pasar. So that's another thing to keep our eyes on. You know, what is going to happen to the president's executive order, whether it's going to move forward or not. But they are fighting to get it to be stopped temporarily because of the harm it would cause certain immigrants. We have Connie. Hey, Miss Connie, nice to see you. Hola, Connie. Hola, Aaron. Nice to see you. So that's something to keep our eyes on for immigration purposes. I don't know if you've seen our page. We just posted great news for our office. We actually have a Jamaican client that has been living in Japan for several years. His United States citizen mom petitioned for him. It took almost 8 years for this process to go through, and he was issued his visa. So he did take a picture and sent it to us with him having his visa. So you can check out that post on our Facebook page. And he was very, very fortunate because his visa was actually issued before the executive order went into effect. So he will be able to be reunited with his mom after 8 years here in the United States. But if you can imagine waiting 8 years and then being told you still have to wait even more time. Yes, it's only 2 months, but think about waiting for something that you've been wanting for a long time and then not being able to realize that dream. So he was very happy that once flights and things like that resume, he'll be able to come to the United States and reunite with his mom. Lo que estoy diciendo es que aunque estamos esperando lo que va a pasar con el orden ejecutivo del presidente, yo tengo buenas noticias de la oficina. Uno de clientes de nosotros, él es jamaiquino como yo. Él está viviendo en Japón por muchos años y la mamá, que es ciudadana, ella pide a él y el proceso toma como casi 8 años. So, 8 años de espera, pero gracias a Dios, él recibe la visa permanente antes del orden estaba inefectivo. So, él puede entrar a los Estados Unidos cuando hay boletas disponibles para entrar a los Estados Unidos de Japón. So, gracias a Dios, eso pasa muy bien por él. Pero imagino eso. Él es un ejemplo de las personas que puede ser afectado por el orden. So imaginar esperando 8 años para reunir con su mamá en los Estados Unidos y ahora tiene que esperar 2 meses más. 2 meses no es, el fin del mundo, pero definitivamente es algo que rompe el corazón porque estaba esperando tanto tiempo y haciendo las cosas legal, pero ahora está perjudicado por la nueva ley. So, that is definitely something. I am changing my crawler here. Okay, so those are two big things to talk about. One question that I keep getting a lot is when is immigration, meaning USCIS, when are they going to reopen? So, una de las preguntas que yo siempre está recibiendo es cuándo va a reabrir inmigración. USCIS. So, en ese momento, ellos nos dijo que va a reabrir el 4 de junio. ¿Ok? So, el 4 de junio, ellos van a reabrir para tener entrevistas local, ellos van a tener ceremonias por ciudadanía y cosas así. So, USCIS will reopen about June 4th. They are going to be reopening, meaning the local offices to receive applicants for adjustment of status, citizenships. The fingerprint services will reopen. But of course, they will be practicing social distancing. So it will not be as packed as we normally see the immigration offices, but they are taking steps to reopen on June 4th. The most important thing is they're rescheduling appointments that were canceled, and they are going to be doing their oath ceremony. So people that have been approved and waiting to become citizens of the United States, those people will get their swearing in ceremony and they'll be fine. They'll be citizens. Hey, Miss Elsa, nice to see you. Hi, Miss Magali. It's nice to see you. Happy birthday. What are you doing on? I thought you would be out, drinking some pisco sour or something and enjoying your birthday. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day with your family. So that's USCIS. As far as I know, for immigration court, they are planning on reopening on May 15th. So any cases in the next 2 weeks, those cases are still canceled and not moving forward. The only cases that have been moving forward are cases for people that are detained. But regular cases will be resuming as of May 15th. I don't know if this is going to change, but that's the information I have as of today. So, lo que estoy diciendo de las cortes. So, todas las cortes de inmigración en todo el país va a reabrir el 15 de mayo. So, en 2 semanas, ellos van a comenzar regular con todos los casos. So, si tiene un caso entre ahora y el 14 de mayo, esos casos todavía está cancelado, pero el 15 de mayo y adelante, su caso tiene que presentar a la corte. No sé si hay requisitos para tener un mask o algo así, yo no sé, pero el momento cuando yo tengo esa información, yo voy a informar. So just a point that I just said in Spanish, I don't know if at this point they are going to require people entering those federal facilities to wear masks, or I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have tape to separate people. I don't know. But the minute that I know these things, I will definitely share them with you. Hey, Erica. Professor Erica Karan. It's nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. We also have Esmeralda, Miss Lima. It's great to see you guys. Thank you for tuning in and getting some immigration news. So far we've talked about DACA, how I think things are going to come down. If you've missed any part of this show, it will be on our page, so you can go ahead and watch it. We also talked about the cases, the lawsuits that have been filed regarding the newest executive order. We've talked about when courts are going to open and when USCIS will be opening. One other thing that I do want to say is about extension of status. So I got an interesting conversation today regarding changing status. So una de las cosas que yo quiero decir es sobre casos que necesita extensión del tiempo aquí en los Estados Unidos. Tenía una conversación muy interesante hoy, so yo quiero clarificar algo. So I had a conversation with someone that thought that if you are here on a tourist visa and you were, or a work visa for that matter, and you were given a certain amount of time to stay in the United States on your I-94, but because of COVID related issues, you are not able to travel. The person thought that immigration would automatically extend your status. That is not true. You must apply for an extension of status. I think that is definitely the safest course, so that you don't jeopardize your ability to re-enter the United States because you were here unlawfully after your time. I mean, unlawful presence doesn't start to kick in for about 6 months, but do you really want to risk that when it's time to renew your visa? So if you know someone that's here that they're unable to leave as they have planned, they should absolutely apply for an extension of status and explain the reasons why they're not able to leave. So lo que estoy diciendo es que para personas que tienen visas y está aquí, por vacaciones o cualquier cosa, pero no puede salir del país por el virus y el tiempo para que ellos estén aquí está, ellos no pueden salir y está expirado. Entonces, esas personas tienen que aplicar por una extensión del estatus, ¿ok? No es simplemente que automáticamente ellos van a inmigración van a extender el estatus. Por favor, si ustedes conocen a personas que no pueden salir, avisar a ellos, habla con un bufete de abogados para extender el estatus, ¿ok? Porque yo no quiero que ellos estén aquí después del tiempo que tiene el permiso y después cuando salir y ir a sus países, tener problemas renovando sus permisos o visas para entrar otra vez. So, es muy importante para proteger el estatus y la mejor manera para hacer eso es para aplicar directamente con inmigración por una extensión del tiempo. Okay, we do have one other question here. The question is, any updates on reopening the Mexican consulate? La pregunta es si hay any update para cuándo ellos van a reabrir los consulados en México o en general. Right now, we don't have any updates from the U.S. Department of State as to when they are going to be reopening to the public. I don't have an update for that. But the minute I do, I will definitely let you guys know. But remember, a lot of people they're still working in the backgrounds. They're just not seeing people. Like I said, we just had a client whose visa was issued and it was sent to him in the mail via DHL. So those things are still happening. It's just that they're not open to the public and doing interviews for the time being. I don't have a date. I don't even know if it's going to be something across the board for every single consulate in every single country, or each country will make that decision. I am not sure how they're going to handle that, but for the time being, there are no in-person interviews. So la respuesta es, yo no sé exactamente cuándo ellos van a reabrir los consulados. Um, no sé. I mean, recuerda que no está completamente cerrado, es simplemente que la gente no puede ir para entrevistas en persona. So, ellos están procesando casos, como un ejemplo es mi cliente en Japón, y ellos están mandando las visas por DHL, pero no sé exactamente cuándo ellos van a reabrir. También no sé si cada consulado va a hacer la decisión o es todo el mundo. So, hay consulados en la mayoría de los países en el mundo y no sé si inmigración va a decir una fecha por todos los países o cada país va a tener sus propias fechas. No sé. Pero el momento que yo tengo esa noticia, yo voy a avisar. Okay, so that is the only question that I see. Let me see if I missed anything. If you have TPS and you entered on advanced parole and have a U.S. citizen father, can you adjust status? Okay, gracias Yesenia para una pregunta muy difícil. Okay, so the question has to do with TPS, traveling on advanced parole, and having a U.S. citizen father to do the petition. This is a very, very complicated issue right now, and I really don't have an answer because before I could say, yeah, that's definitely a great adjustment case. But now they are denying people, saying that if you entered EWI and you traveled on advanced parole, they're denying a lot of these cases now, saying that when you enter on advanced parole, you re-enter back into your previous status of EWI. So I don't know. This is something that is a very hot topic in immigration. So I don't have a great answer for that. But it's something that Attorney Rachel is working on, to figuring out how we get around these TPS cases. So that's a tough one. En español, la pregunta es sobre TPS y si la persona salir del país y entrar otra vez con parole. La respuesta es que yo no sé exactamente por qué, cómo ellos están procesando los casos, está cambiando. Siempre es algo. So, en el pasado yo puedo decir, sí, la persona tiene una entrada legal, puede cambiar el estatus aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero ahora todas las cosas están cambiando. So, yo no tengo una respuesta porque es algo un problema que tiene todos los abogados. No sabemos qué está pasando con las leyes, pero en mi oficina, abogada Rachel está trabajando en los casos de TPS y advanced parole. So, no tengo una respuesta, es un parte de la ley que está cambiando. Diferentes policías o policías nuevas. Hey Nieves, it's nice to see you all the way from Jacksonville. Okay, guys, we are definitely out of our time period. I don't see any other questions, but I'm so grateful that you have joined me here today for the Immigrants Bridge Show. Tonight, as you saw, we were just doing immigration news. What's going on in immigration? What should you keep an eye out for? So that's kind of what we did. So if you're just joining, please go ahead and like our Facebook page and check us out. We're a pretty cool group here at the BLC crew. And we're definitely very excited to have you joining in. It's been 2 weeks since we started this show, and it's just kind of given such a great energy to be able to connect with people, even though we're not in person. So I hope you like this format. En español, estoy muy agradecido, agradezco mucho que ustedes están conmigo en ese programa. Me alegra mucho que yo puedo dar información a la gente. No es como um, en persona, pero es una manera para conectarnos durante ese periodo. So, gracias por su tiempo. Si usted es nueva con la programa, por favor, like nuestra página de Facebook y compartir con sus compadres y amigos en su página, so ellos también pueden tener las noticias. So, guess what, guys? I have a great or an awesome announcement. We are planning to go big for Cinco de Mayo. Okay, y'all hear me? Tenemos planes grandes por el 5 de mayo. So, próxima martes, vamos a tener una fiesta. Mismo vez, mismo lugar, aquí en el página de Facebook. Vamos a tener muchas cosas divertidas, ¿ok? We're going to have so much fun at our Cinco de Mayo party. It's going to be, as the young people say, it's going to be lit, okay? We're going to give away tons of prizes, okay? So I want a lot of people to participate. I'm going to create a Facebook event so you can register and tell me if you want to participate and about all the things that's going on. And I can get an idea of how many people are going to be joining us that night and how many prizes I need to get. So once I create this link to our event, please go ahead and tell me if you're going to show up next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do that night. So lo que estoy diciendo es que en esa fiesta, oh my God, va a ser muy divertido, ¿ok? Por toda la familia. Vamos a tener muchos jugos. Did I just say we're going to have a lot of juice? Juegos? Games? Oh my God, my Spanish is so terrible. I need a translator. Miss Patty, you were volunteered to be my translator because Abogada Bennett is really bad at Spanish. So I'm probably going to need someone to be translating for me so I don't keep looking like a crazy fool. But we're going to have a lot of fun and games, okay? So cosas que vamos a tener. We're going to have a contest for the best TikTok video. So if you guys like to do TikTok, go on TikTok and make a Cinco de Mayo video, and we're all going to vote on it to see which TikTok video is just going to be the best, okay? We're going to have a costume contest. So we want to see you dress up. I mean, just because you're not going to be out and about like you normally would, we still want people to dress up and celebrate Cinco de Mayo. We're going to have coronavirus bingo. We're going to have Cinco de Mayo bingo. And we're going to pick winners for that. We're going to have, guys, we are going to have a Mexican yell contest. So if your husband got a big old mouth, you need to get him on this show so he can do the Mexican yell, okay? Because whoever does the best yell, they're going to win a prize. We also want to have a dance contest. So this should be interesting with the technology. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that so we can put the dancers on the screen. But we're definitely going to have a dance contest to see the best dancer, okay? And also, remember, it's Taco Tuesday. I'm trying to sound like LeBron James. Taco Tuesday. So we have partnered with Don Ramon in the Groveland Mascot area to provide some gift boxes. So some of the prizes will be gift cards, but some of the prizes will be like a taco box. So can you imagine? Oh my God, my mouth is watering just thinking about these tacos. I might have to win one of these contests so I can get me a little taco box, okay? But it's just going to be so much fun. I'm going to have much more information for you tomorrow during our immigration happy hour. We should have our event created as well as a flyer for this to give you more information. So we're excited. Please help us to spread the word, get it out in all your groups, tell all your friends. We're just going to have some fun on Cinco de Mayo. So thank you for tuning in again. And I will see y'all tomorrow for happy hour. So make sure you got your tequila shots lined up, okay? Tomorrow we'll have some fun. We'll lay back. We'll talk immigration. I'll answer questions and we'll have some fun relaxing together. So tomorrow, join us for our immigration happy hour. And next Tuesday, of course, we'll have our Cinco de Mayo event. All right? Toodles, and I will see you soon. Take care. Oh, Jasmine says her husband already won the yelling contest. He has strong lungs. Okay, so we definitely want to hear that, okay? It's going to be hysterical. It's going to be hysterical. So try start thinking about what kind of TikTok videos y'all want to make, okay? This should be fun. So have a great night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Juegos, that's how you say it.